Hey guys, happy Sunday. I wanted to start today's video by thanking everybody who watched last week's and commented. All of your really heartfelt and beautiful comments were very well appreciated. You should all know I'm fine, I'm good. I have not broken down again, I think, since then. Working on self-care, just like making sure that I am in a good place personally, like say put on your own oxygen mask first. That strategy. And in that vein, I wanted this week's video to be a bit more positive and about some of the great things. So I'm going to give you 5 reasons that I love having a newborn baby and 5 things that I do to pick myself up when I'm feeling down. So first of all, she's adorable. The first thing is just the way she looks at me when she's like awake. She's not awake for that long during the day and like happy about it, but when she is, she's this little thing with her mouth and she's and like raises her eyebrows, and it's just the cutest thing when she makes eye contact, which she's starting to do more and more. The second thing is the baby smell. Everyone always talks about the new baby smell, and it's true. And the thing, it's like not even just like the way her head smells, but even her diapers don't smell that bad yet because she's, exclusively breastfed, and those diapers, they just kind of smell fine, and it's just like a little smell that reminds me of her, and I almost kind of like that. I know that's kind of weird. The third thing is the little grunty noises and the faces she makes when she's like digesting or pooping or gassy. Like basically any face that she makes, like they're not voluntary yet because she's only 3 weeks old. And so basically anything she does with her face usually has to do with digestion, and I just think that's adorable. And the little way she scrunches up her face when she's pooping is really cute. And number 4 is breastfeeding. It's been tricky. It's been, it's had its ups and downs. The first week was pretty painful, but we got through that, and we're sort of hitting our stride, I think. We're both getting better at, latching, and supply has been good, and it's just a really beautiful way to like connect with her. That she needs me in that way feels really good, and I love, spending that time. And I also love that it puts her to sleep. And then the 5th thing that I love about having her baby is watching my husband interact with her. I always knew that he was going to be such a great dad, and he's just so cute with her. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this in public because, I don't know, it's like he's not macho or whatever, but he is a great dad, and he's really cute with her. So 5 tips for self-care. If you are having the baby blues like I was last week, the ways that I have sort of kept the emotional control and kept like sort of those feelings at bay. First thing, take a shower. It's even if you have to leave the baby crying for 10 minutes while you do that. She didn't really enjoy it, but I got a shower in yesterday, and it just makes all the difference in the world to feel like a human. Take a shower and put on like real clothes instead of just wearing your pajamas all day, and you feel like a real person. Number 2 is just going outside and being in the sunshine. I know they say that like sunshine actually psychologically has a benefit for you. And even just getting out of the house, like just outside the confines of the house for a couple minutes, can make a big difference. Number 3 is to journal. This is one that I've been meaning to do, but I haven't actually found time yet. So if you can find time to journal, in the absence of the ability to journal, what I've done is just sort of talk to myself out loud. As I'm here by myself with just the baby, I talk to her, and she's too young to know what I'm talking about. So I sort of vent about my day, with her in the room, but basically just getting those emotions out in a sentence form. Whether you're able to sit down and do that in a journal or just out loud, maybe you can record a vlog of yourself that you're not going to share with anybody. I've done that once or twice. Just being able to articulate the things that are legitimate that you feel down about or that you feel frustrated about. Even if your reaction is out of control, it's good to know that like you have reasons to be annoyed at things, or you're allowed to not enjoy any aspect of your life. And so just being able to articulate that, I think, has been helpful. The next thing is to actually leave the house, not just stepping outside into the sunshine, but like I have gotten out of the house a couple times this week. I went to Joann's, like the craft store, just to sort of go shopping. I had like a gift card I needed to use. And I took her in the Moby wrap, and she was asleep the whole time. It worked really well. And just like the ability to get her in the car seat by myself, to get her out of the house by myself, to get myself out of the house, and I feel like an independent adult when I'm able to do that, even though it takes a little effort to wrangle everything, make sure everything's packed in the diaper bag, and it takes longer to get into the car and get going, but it is worth it to feel like a grown-up adult. And it doesn't have to be for very long. Like on Monday, it was my husband's first day back at work, and he came home and he needed to pick up some stuff from Home Depot. And so he called me on the way home. He's like, I need to pick up some stuff from Home Depot. Do you want me to pick that up on the way home, or do you want to come with me? And I was like, yeah, I've never wanted to go to Home Depot before in my life that I know of. But just going outside the house, it was just a little family outing. We were there for like 10 minutes, but being outside the house made a huge difference. And then the last thing that I've been doing for self-care, I'm going to say this is a caveat, right? So napping is important because it is important to be well rested. If you're able to get those naps in while you're on maternity leave, it's like it makes all the difference that you feel functional. And so when they say sleep when the baby sleeps, it is important to take a nap. But on the other hand, I would say that that's not necessarily shouldn't be your first instinct, especially if you're not actually that tired. Because you know how they say, like, if you're actually feeling depressed, that like you sleep too much. And I did feel that sort of pull when I was like feeling down or weepy. Part of me just wanted to crawl into bed and sleep for an hour. But then another part of me knew that at that moment that wasn't the right call, that it wouldn't make me feel better. I would wake up still feeling the same way. And so instead I went outside. So yeah, take a nap if you're actually tired, and just be as well rested as possible. The baby does sleep quite a lot, so you have opportunities both to nap and to fold the laundry. If you just sort of use your day pretty wisely, which is what I'm using my planner for. Eventually I will be doing a video about like the things I've done in my planner postpartum and during maternity leave, and how I am keeping on top of a couple different things while I am by myself here, so that I can feel like a functional person who can do a couple chores. Even if the house is not the prettiest it's ever looked, I'm feeling pretty confident that like I've gotten at least above a bare minimum done, and that feels really good. So that's all today's video is about. It's supposed to be a bit more happy, positive. Thank you again for all of your comments. It's good to know I've got a supportive community, and that some of you have been there before, and others you know what it's going to be like. So thank you, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I will catch you. Excuse me, my pump's here falling apart. I'll catch you in the next video next Sunday. Until then, there's pre-recorded stuff, so don't forget to subscribe. See you next one.